The United States now has the highest number of coronavirus cases in the world, with infection rates in key cities like New York and Los Angeles doubling every 3 days. It prompts a wave of closures and a surge in unemployment. Over 3 million claim for benefit. Italy takes a turn for the worse. There's now growing concern about the rising number of infections in the south of the country. South Africans stock up ahead of a 3-week nationwide lockdown as the government tries to get ahead of the virus. And Britain applauds its healthcare staff to give thanks for their tireless work as they try to save lives.
As Europe continues to be the worst affected region, leaders of the G20 countries promise to inject $5 trillion into the global economy. 115 people die from coronavirus in just 24 hours in the UK as the government announces a multi-billion-pound rescue package for the self-employed. There are now more confirmed cases of Covid-19 in the United States than in any other country in the world. According to the latest figures from Johns Hopkins University, the US now has just over 83,000 cases, overtaking both China and Italy. It comes as the total number of confirmed cases around the world has now passed 500,000. In terms of lives lost, countries in Europe continue to be worst affected. The death total in Italy is more than 8,200. There was a jump in deaths in Spain too. Meanwhile, another 115 people have died in the UK after testing positive, taking the total to 578. There are now approaching 12,000 confirmed cases. And Japan has warned coronavirus will become rampant after a surge in Tokyo. The country has banned people from entering Europe, and the government has set up a task force exploring a possible state of emergency, although Tokyo says there are no plans for one yet. India has announced a $22.6 billion economic stimulus plan that provides direct cash transfers and food assistance to millions of people hit by the country's lockdown. India has recorded 649 infections and 13 deaths so far. Scientists have suggested that the pandemic would have caused 40 million deaths across the world if it had been left unchecked. The researchers from Imperial College London say rapid, decisive and collective action is needed by all countries to save millions of lives over the next year.